Happy Easter, chodes. As you can see, I kind of got a little dressed up for the season. You know, got the proper colors going on. I mean, it's an up shirt. It's the only purpley pink shirt that I own. Some of you may be getting together with your family for the holidays. I know I am. And we all know that family gatherings can be stressful. So to get us into the spirit of getting together with your family for the holidays, I thought we would read some of people's worst experiences at family gatherings. Being caught having sex with my cousin. Dear Lord. Alright, that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. No, I'm kidding. I'm adopted, so there's actually no blood relation. Oh. Alright, well, okay then. There's no blood relation, so it's okay. For a second there, I thought it was actually morally wrong to have sex with your cousin. But apparently everyone on my dad's side of the family hates me already. This was just another item to add to the list. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, this is just another thing, you know. Usually I'm just disruptive and annoying and, you know, but hey, having sex with my cousin, that's just another cool, quirky thing that my family doesn't like about me. You know, what can I say? What I find insane is no one is saying how this is wrong, and no one's saying how, like, bro, you're kind of fucked up for having sex with your cousin. Just a little bit weird. Like this guy right here. It's gotta be one of the more fun ways to get out of future gatherings. Like, what? One of the more fun ways to get out of future gatherings. Okay, yeah, no, for sure. I don't want to have family gatherings with my extended family anymore, so why don't I just, you know, fuck my cousin? Was it worth it? See, this is what porn has done to our society. Has completely warped our minds, where, like, you literally admit to having sex with your cousin, and no one is like, well, man, that's a little weird. It's just like, yeah, dude, how was the sex? How was the sex, though, dog? Was it good? I mean, was the pipe clean? With my cousin, you win. You win? You win. Having sex with your cousin, that's a win these days. Normally, in like a normal sense, you would think having sex with your cousin is a total L, you know? It's really weird. It's really gross. Why are you doing that? But to this guy, it's a dub. How did you swing that? I've got a few hot step cousins that I wouldn't mind sticking it to. Bro, please seek therapy. She's a nice girl. I really like spending time with her. The sex was nice too, but after the whole family found out we were dating and having a sexual relationship, she freaked out by their judgment and hasn't talked to me since. She was pretty much the only person on my dad's side of the family that isn't a stuck-up snob, so she was the only person worth talking to during their gatherings. What I also love is how this guy is just totally trying to justify the fact that he had sex with his cousin. He doesn't see anything wrong with it, and he's just like, yeah, you know, I don't know, you know, we were having a nice sex, and you know, her being my uncle's daughter and all, she kind of freaked out on me, and we haven't talked since because she thinks it's like wrong or something. Please seek therapy. My 90-year-old grandmother suggested we play spin the bottle. My larger aunt didn't wear underwear with her dress and didn't care to cross her legs. I don't know what's more concerning, his aunt not wearing underwear and just revealing herself to the whole family, or the fact that his 90-year-old grandmother suggested they play spin the bottle and they all decided to play it. I mean, call me crazy, but I mean, do you guys know how Spin the Bottle was played? Why are you playing Spin the Bottle with your family? What kind of fucked up family is this? Are you the same dude? Are you the dude that fucked his cousin? Like, what is going on here? My mom and her sisters got into a blowout screaming fight in front of her mother's casket. None of them made it to the burial, nor have they spoke since. This was about 8 years ago. The fight was about their inheritance and the fact that no one decided to tell my mom her mother had died until the day before the funeral. That is a wild place to have a fight. In front of their casket. Your mother has just died, and you and your sisters have a fight about how much money you guys are gonna get. Like, okay, can you not pay your respects first? Okay, then you can have your little inheritance fight afterwards. I can just imagine you having the service, and they're just like, Lord, please help me get that $1 million house. Oh Lord, please, don't give my sisters a cent. I earned that money. Oh, I'm so sad she died, but please have her give me all of her funds. I need her money. Please, Lord. Amen. Millions of dollars. Once at a Christmas party, my grandma lit candles for ambiance on the smoking porch. I mentioned that it was a fire hazard, but like most sensible advice goes, I was ignored. How do you have a smoking porch that poses a fire hazard from lighting a fire? Isn't that the whole point of a smoking porch? Is a place where you can light up? But okay. Proceed. Cut to 3 hours later when my grandmother is pretty well drunk. She knocks over the candle, setting the curtains ablaze. She starts running around yelling, "Fuego, fuego." Meanwhile, my aunt barrels down the stairs into the basement, actually pushing my 11-year-old brother down in the process. She then grabs her kid and runs back upstairs and out of the house. She never told us there was a fire or anything. We just kept playing board games. That day, we learned that my aunt would literally let the rest of us die in a fire as long as her kid was okay. What I have to say is, that is crazy that your aunt just didn't tell you guys that there was a fire. However, how did your aunt hear your grandmother yelling "Fuego, fuego"? But you didn't. Your grandmother's literally yelling fire. Your aunt was clearly upstairs with you guys, or at least somewhere in the house, and you didn't hear "Fuego, fuego"? Did your 11-year-old brother not stand up and be like, "Damn, guys, there's a fire down there that my aunt literally just knocked me over to get to pick up her kid or something"? I'm not understanding this. How did you all not know? Mine would have been a family Christmas at my grandparents' place. This was one of the big ones where the whole extended family shows up. My grandparents owned a small farm, so there were a few cows, sheep, and of course, my granddad's trusty sheepdog. You get the idea. Oh yeah. Locked in. Anyway, months before Christmas, my uncle had lost his leg in a motorcycle accident. He was pretty attached to his... There's no way. There's no way this is going where I think it is. He was pretty attached to his leg, so he asked to keep it. And for a while, it sat in my grandparents' chest freezer. About a week before Christmas, my uncle, wanting to get over the whole ordeal, decided that he would have a small ceremony for his leg and buried it in my grandparents' backyard. There's no way. I don't believe you. Like, can you do that? Can you like go to a hospital and they're like, "Oh, we need to like amputate your whatever." Can you just go like, "Well, can I keep it?" I really don't think you can actually do that. It would make sense. It is technically your arm, but I mean, like, wouldn't the doctors be a little bit like, "Where are you gonna keep it? It's a fucking human arm." And to have a ceremony burying it, and what do you mean he was attached to his leg? I mean, he was attached, like literally. But like, what do you mean? He had like an emotional connection to a certain leg. He's like, "Oh God, this right leg. I love you so much." So come Christmas Day, we were all there opening prezzies. I'm gonna start using that now. We're opening up prezzies. All there opening prezzies and eating and laughing when we hear the dog barking at the back door. My grandmother went to see what was happening. The next thing we heard was her screaming at the dog and then chasing it past the kitchen window. The dog ran around past the deck where we were all sitting with our prezzies and Christmas lunch with my uncle's half leg in his mouth. My Uncle Stumpy spent the next 15 minutes hobbling... Is that the nickname you actually call your uncle, or is this just a fucked up joke? My Uncle Stumpy spent the next 15 minutes hobbling after the dog trying to get his leg back. We all sat paralyzed by laughter. Y'all kind of fucked up for letting your one-legged uncle chase after a dog trying to get his poor fucking leg back, and y'all just sitting there laughing. You're like, "Hey, look at him. Hey, look, Uncle Stumpy's hobbling trying to get his leg back. LMAO. What a fucking joke." See, this is why you don't bury legs in your backyard. The dog just has no idea what it's doing. It's just like, "Hey man, I found this sweet looking stick in the ground," and he's just having a great time, just running around, barking, holding some dude's leg in his mouth. Yeah. I mean, you have a dog. Honestly, what did you expect to happen? You buried a leg, a bone. You buried a bone in the backyard. What do dogs like? They like bones. Okay? So, I mean, that's low-key, that's on you, okay? The dog's just being a dog. He's a king. This didn't happen to me, but I watched it happen, and it was awful. My cousin was pregnant from a guy who she had only been dating for a few months, but he was a good guy. On Christmas Eve, she invited him to our family gathering, and we were exchanging prezzies. He grabbed a small box from the tree and was 2 seconds from getting down on one knee when that uncle jokingly says, "God, I hope you're not proposing." Everyone laughs, and this poor guy is on a half-bent knee, half-standing pose, and just looking up at that uncle and slowly power through it. Oh man, that's embarrassing. How do you even proceed after something like that? Like, if you were going to propose, how do you still go through with it? You know what I mean? You're just like, I mean, no. You crazy? I wasn't gonna propose, just
You know, I wasn't. You know, I'm just going to go fuck myself.
That's just so wild. He proceeds to ask her if she'll marry him, and she says yes, and they're engaged, but it was the worst 45 seconds of my life. Yeah, no kidding, dog. I mean, how do you even make a joke like that? You know what I mean? Cheers to the first heartwarming, worst story I've ever seen so far. I don't know, man. Is this heartwarming? I mean, I guess low-key, because he still asked her and she said yes. But still, I mean, that just makes me cringe so much. Just imagine being in that moment. And to see, like, after you finish laughing, you're like, oh, yeah, lol, that'd be crazy if he actually proposed. And then you actually see he's on a knee and pulling out a ring and you're like, oh, fuck. Congratulations? My grandmother tried to shoot herself in the front yard because my mother wouldn't let me and my siblings ride sitting on the back hood of my uncle's classic convertible during their neighborhood 4th of July parade. What the fuck? Man, that took a fucking turn. Oh my god, you won't let your kids ride in a classic convertible? Let me fucking just kill myself. Someone needs to check up on grandma. She was angry that no one would be able to see our outfits if we were seated inside the car. Oh, okay, yeah, no, for sure, that makes sense. Okay, they won't be able to see my grandkids' outfits. I am going to end everything. And while trying to shoot herself, accidentally grazed my grandpa in the process. Oh my god, so she actually shot the gun. What the... Dude, seriously, is grandma okay? I mean, I feel like there's gotta be more to this than just wouldn't let her kids sit on the back of the hood, you know? Or the trunk. That's what it's called. I don't know why she said the back hood. Damn. Was this out of the blue, or did you suspect she was a bit mental before this? If you're old enough, you can get away with being crazy as shit. Actually, no. I don't think killing yourself is like, well, you know, she's old. You know, old people do crazy things like trying to shoot themselves and then missing and accidentally hitting their husband. Well, she's just old, you know, a little old. Once you turn 80, you can start doing some crazy shit like that, and it's just like, oh, okay, yeah, no. Grandma's being grandma, shooting herself again. No, grandma needs help. Okay, please help grandma. Christmas at my auntie's house with the whole extended family on my dad's side and their pets. In particular, these 2 dogs, one of which was very fond of the other. And this dog decided he wanted to have his way with the smaller, uninterested dog. Long story short, the large dog came all over the kitchen floor, leaving a huge mess, and we had to clean up before eating our dinner. I think that's it. I think that takes the cake. I think I'm finished. So was that dog. Alright guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Some really insane family gatherings, I gotta say, you know? I feel lucky that nothing that crazy has ever happened at any of my family gatherings. So, you know, just count your blessings. But whatever you guys are doing for the holidays, if you are getting together with your family, I hope everything goes smooth and well. Hope nothing as crazy as these happen, because that would be horrifying. But if they do, feel free to tell me the story. You know, I'm kind of interested to hear what sort of crazy ass shit happened at your family gathering. But until then, like and subscribe, and see you guys in the next video. Does this desk make me look insanely tall?